Kim Deal from the Pixies stayed with the Family Guy family for 1 week in 2004 after her tour bus broke down outside Quahog. At least, that's what the DVD commentary claimed. I found the disc inside a burned electronics store in Tacoma. It was unlabeled except for black marker writing that said, "Do not watch the extended cut." The menu screen was wrong immediately. Instead of the normal theme song, Peter just stood in darkness, breathing heavily while low-quality new metal played in the background. Then the rules appeared. House rules for guests of the Griffin family. 1. If Peter says, "This is worse than the time," leave the room before the flashback begins. Kim laughed when she read this. Big mistake. Peter immediately turned toward the camera, smiling. "This is worse than the time Kim Deal stayed at our house." The screen cut instantly to grainy live-action footage of someone digging a shallow grave behind a Boston market. No punchline, no music, nothing. Then abruptly back to the living room. Audience laughter. 2. Do not compliment Brian's writing. Sure enough, Brian walked in carrying a manuscript titled "The Bark Side of Empire: Notes Toward a Canine Resistance." Kim politely said her famous catchphrase, "Ay caramba." Brian immediately became furious. "Oh, so because I'm a dog, my voice isn't valid?" Then for almost 6 straight minutes, he accused Kim Deal of over-sexualizing her music. Stewie applauded the entire rant. 3. If Chris starts sweating, hide all medications immediately. Nobody explained this one. 4. Meg is not dead. At this point, Kim visibly wanted to leave. Unfortunately, every door in the Griffin house now opened into the kitchen. Every single one, even the front door. 5. If Quagmire appears unexpectedly serious, stop talking. This was honestly the worst part. Quagmire arrived around midnight, wearing a suit and carrying a camcorder. "Giggity," he proclaimed. He sat silently beside Kim for almost 30 seconds before quietly asking, "Do you ever feel like the cutaway gag's a punishment?" Kim didn't answer. Quagmire nodded slowly like she'd confirmed something horrible. Then he left through a door that wasn't there before. Audience laughter. 6. If Peter begins speaking fluent Italian, do not make eye contact with Lois. This happened during dinner. Peter suddenly stood up and started screaming in perfect Italian while pointing at a framed photo of Ronald Reagan. Lois immediately started crying. Chris started sweating violently. Stewie whispered, "He remembers." Then the lights went out. When they came back on, Brian was hanging upside down from the ceiling fan. Nobody acknowledged this. 7. Never ask what happened to Cleveland. Kim eventually did ask because she has such a 90s punk rock attitude. The room became completely silent. Even the laugh track stopped. Finally, Peter leaned toward her very slowly and said, "Cleveland moved away." The television screen flickered violently for almost 10 seconds. For just a split second, I swear I saw real footage of a burning house. Then Peter started laughing hysterically. Not cartoon laughing, real laughing, wet laughing. At the very end of the episode, Kim finally escaped the Griffin house and made it to her tour bus. As she climbed aboard, Stewie opened one of the luggage compartments from the inside. He looked exhausted. "Listen carefully," he whispered. "You need to know." The screen distorted heavily. "This is like a type of Silent Hill type thing, and the bus is a fake out maybe, so you might still be stuck here, and we're just going to leave it up for interpretation." Then the DVD froze permanently.